Hello there everybody, it's Sabana92 aka Nightmare, and welcome back to the House in Fata Morgana, a Requiem for Innocence. I know I said this in the last episode, but it doesn't matter how many times I re-witness that. The amount of just pure, unadulterated, the amount of pain I feel every time I see what Morgana goes through at that moment. Well, not in comparison to all the other shit that she had to put up with, but still, that's still really hard to sit through. Okay. Let's see what Jacopo's up to. Good day, Lord Bonnier. Not hungry. I need some time to rest, so don't bother me. Yes, sir. And make sure everyone knows they are to stay away from my room. By your command, my lord. Why? Why was she the lakeside witch? How could this happen? There must be something I can do. Some way to fix this. No, don't fool yourself, you damned buffoon. There's no fixing that! Her arm's been cut off. Her mind broken. If only that Far Eastern dog hadn't been such a damned idiot. And she might actually be in proper shape. Fucking fuck! I'm the one who gave the order. The only one to blame for this is me. I could spend all goddamn day regretting it, but there's no taking back what's already been done. God damn it! What the hell am I supposed to do? What can I do? I could set her free. And a doctor, yes. Find a good doctor. There's no getting her arm back, but he could at least patch her up. This is all my fault. So I'll do right by her. Look after her myself. And make sure she's taken care of for the rest of her life. Are you out of your mind, Jacopo? Why would she ever want to stay with you? Damn it, I can't even stay focused. What is there to think about, boy? You already know what you must do. Get out of here, spirit. When will you learn your damn lesson and just stay dead, damn it? The last thing I need is a pathetic ghost constantly sticking its nose in my business. Strong words from the man who can't even keep his head in the presence of said pathetic ghost. The answer's plain as day, boy. You proceed exactly as planned. Make witch's blood into a miracle elixir and distribute it at the church. You'll take it in teeths. Or you'll take in teeths, as well as winning the people's favor for supporting their new beloved church. 'Tis a fine scheme. I'm impressed you came up with it, boy. Silence! That was before I knew she was the witch. What does it matter? The girl's going to be dead soon regardless. Progress and growth. It always comes at a price. You need simply accept that the price has already been paid. Tell me, is the girl worth throwing the entire venture aside, knowing you'll lose all the goodwill you made to gain from it and more? She's Morgana's. She's my... The child could tell you which has more value. You bear the weight of this entire land, boy. Don't try to cast that aside because you killed one little girl. She isn't dead. She's still... Surely you can't call that living. She's not. She is. And you killed her. I did not. There is no turning back. Why are you so upset about this, boy? Countless slaves have perished at your command. You had the slum rats who tried to bite you slaughtered. And only now are you concerned about another's life.
Surely, you're not still clinging to your naive sentimentality, are you? Oh, but she's different from those disposable sacks of flesh. She's dear to me. We have so many wonderful memories together. I love her.
Enough.
You've come too far to step down from the throne. No matter how much you may have cared for the girl before, it's out of the question now. You cannot have her. When a nobleman marries, it's for political purposes. Be it connections, resources, appearances, always something to gain. Taking a nameless peasant girl will make you a laughing stock of the land. So lock her up and drain her until there's nothing left.
Shut your damn mouth, you cursed spirit! You don't have any idea what you're talking about. You don't know the first thing about how I feel about her. The things we've shared. Wait a minute. What's going on? How the hell do you know any of that?
Took you long enough, boy.
How did I not realize? You were never the kind of man
to speak of progress and growth. That I wasn't.
What the hell? What are you?
I've already told you. I am the curse known as the Lord of the Land. Or if you need me to put it in simple terms for your simple mind, I am your sickness.
You're out of your mind. I'm not sick.
I'm not the one who's out of his mind, boy. This is a world of madness and disease, but not of spirits. The throne drives all who sit upon it to madness. Power or sanity. A man can only have one. And all the faster will his grasp on his mind slip when he has no one at his side to shield him from his enemies. I am not Jean-Francois Barnier, and there is no way for you to banish this spirit. Your mind is broken, on the verge of collapse. And there's nothing you can do to stop it.
No. You're lying! My mind is not broken. I am perfectly sane. There's not a grain of madness in me. Tell me, oh my god, who is that? Tell me, Jacopo, is this the power you always sought? Is this what you'd spent day and night fighting to achieve? What? How are you? I thought you wanted power, in order to protect those you cared most about. But here you are, using that power to destroy their lives. Or is power the only thing you care about protecting anymore? Shut up! Is that what I took up the blade for all those years ago? Enough! You don't have any place criticizing me! You're just a stupid child with his head in the clouds, who thinks he can become some kind of hero! If you hadn't been so foolish, I wouldn't be in this place at all! You're right. We chose the wrong path. And there's no way for us to get back on the right one any longer. Oh God. This wasn't what I had wanted at all. The future I had dreamed of. The outcome I had hoped for. But who did I even have to explain that to? And who would even understand if I tried? There were walls high as the eye could see on both sides of this path. Forward was the only way I could go. I had killed my old friends and comrades, lost everything along the way, but still I had marched on. Because that was all that I could do. And now power was the only thing that remained in my hands. So I would make a despot of myself, bury all my feelings for her, and continue my march straight into hell. I had no other choice. Every day felt like a slog through a swamp with no end in sight. Though, I did everything to keep up appearances when I wasn't alone. I masked any trace of my discord beneath a veil of bottomless confidence. It had reached a point where nearly everything I said or did in public was an act. A farce, even. Among the mistakes the Far Eastern dog had made was involving a third party. He was a young man, and there was a considerable possibility he was nobility, which meant I couldn't simply dispose of the boy until I had more information. Between that and his decision to cut off Morgana's arm, I was looking like quite a fool for thinking I could tame a beast. Though, of course, my biggest mistake was coming up with the scheme in the first place. Soon after locking Morgana up in the tower, I summoned the boy. Making it abundantly clear he was not to tell anyone what he knew, and then sealing the deal by turning him into a co-conspirator. The boy was irritatingly timid, in part I presumed because the dog had already threatened him. All it took to keep him nice and obedient was a stern glare and a few choice words. I hired the dog to be my bodyguard and assigned the boy to an administrative supervising post on the new church grounds. Having been originally built as a second manor for the previous lord, the church was still more mansion than church, which meant that there was an abundance of rooms for the boy to stay in. I then summoned the saintess there to serve as the face of the church. She was to remain on the grounds all day, and at night she would stay in a cottage a safe distance from the church. I also informed her that I stored my money and valuables in the observation tower, and that she would be charged with treason if she trespassed. She was a naturally trusting woman, and she seemed grateful for everything I was doing for her, so I doubted she would spill anything. Though even if she did, 3 keys were required to enter the tower. 1 held by me, 1 by the dog, and 1 by the boy. So all 3 of us were in this until the witch died. God. Oh, the familiar fireplace. I had one of my aides dig around for information on the noble boy. Mel was his name, and he claimed he had been banished from his home, but I couldn't just take him at his word. I had to be absolutely sure, so that when the witch died, I could eliminate him. The dog too, of course. No one who knew anything could be allowed to live. That said, he seemed like he put up a better fight than the boy, so I would have to be a little more careful in choosing how to take him out. I wasn't too worried, though. I was the Lord, after all. So long as that much didn't change, I could just do just about anything. God. Once we started distributing the miracle elixir, the church's following grew far quicker than I had expected. Numerous reports of people being cured of diseases spread through the city, and before long, even the healthy came seeking its powers. Every smiling face that walked out of the chapel put another black stain on my spirit. Her blood really was miraculous. And it was then that I understood why the last Barnier had held all those banquets. He wasn't just torturing a little girl. He was feasting on miracles. And now that word was spreading, and I knew the rumors were true, I had lost my final escape route. The plan failing entirely because her blood was just ordinary blood. Forward was the only route that remained. One day the Far Eastern dog said to me,
"Everything is proceeding exactly as you said it would, Lord."
I didn't believe in miracles, but seeing all this has tempted me to change my mind.
You were right. One girl's life is indeed a worthy exchange.
Oh, that was him talking the whole time, my bad. I wasn't sure how I responded, although by that point I loudly just rattled off bitter snarks and insults reflexively in response to anything. So presumably I called the dog a dog, perhaps giving a laugh. Most nights I could no longer sleep without the aid of alcohol. I was pretty sure none of it was poisoned, but I spent a lot of time throwing it back up regardless. Barnier's cackling echoed in my chambers. The world twisted and contorted. Quite frankly, I was considering taking my own life, but I wouldn't let myself run away from what I had done. What I was doing to her. I had said I would continue my march straight down to hell, and that was exactly what I planned to do. Again and again I repeated to myself, I feel nothing for her. I never loved her. another faceless peasant. I have no memories of my past life. The days turned to months, and soon spring was upon us. Oh dear, we're back in Morgana's. They finally got shackles to put on me. Must have given them quite the scare when I tried to climb the wall. Isn't that funny?
Look, I made a flower crown.
Festival preparations seem to be going well. Hey, aren't you going to go? I am not going anywhere. You're a strange one. It's much nicer out there than it is in here. If anyone is to leave, it will not be me. Say, I've been wondering, who are you anyway? I was created to carry your pain. Oh, wait. That doesn't answer the question. I cannot give you any other one, though. I carry your pain for you and offer you someone to talk to. So the last remaining flame of hope in your heart does not flicker out. How very honorable of you. You sound like a saint. I don't know how you could stand living like that. What? What is so funny? Nothing. You don't remember anything, do you? I don't consider my work to be saintly, but if you perceive it that way, then that's thanks to you. Because that's who you were, Morgana. You're not making any sense. That's fine. Oh. That's fine, my dear. And knowing what I carry in my spirit would only cause you pain. So I just beg you to live on. To not give up hope. Where am I supposed to find hope? Chained up in a tower? You've been with me long enough. You see me here. My body is on the verge of death, and a black cloud fills my spirit. I despise those men. Every one of them who did this to me. I want to kill them myself, and I hate that I lack the power to do so. I want to place a curse on them all. Don't talk like that, Morgana. Please, keep your spirit pure. Don't talk about cursing people. There's still hope. Someone will come to save you. Maybe one of the three will have a change of heart. Or maybe someone else will come through the door. Just have a little patience, all right?
Michelle, where the fuck are you? I'm kind of busy at the moment.
There's no point. Even if someone does come, I have nowhere to return to. I have nowhere. That's not true. Remember all those years ago when the Lord had you chained up? Someone came and set you free then. And someone will... No one's coming. That was a miracle. A one-time miracle. The flaxen-haired boy, he lied to me. This world is nothing but betrayal. No one is going to set me free anymore. Actually, there is one possibility for my salvation. Perfect! And then we'll wait for them to come. Yes. Let's wait for an angel to come. What? an angel to come and set me free. Morgana, deliver divine punishment unto the sinners who would defile me. God, this hurts way too goddamn much. Oh, Maria. Morning, Maria. You're here bright and early. Hey. Yeah. Not like I got much else on my plate. Well, aren't you quite the workaholic? You know, you're getting to be about that age when most girls would close up shop and settle down with a man or three. And you know no man wants to get hitched with this kind of bitch.
I don't know. I think there's quite a few, actually.
Fair enough. Most girls in this biz are rough around the edges, but you're rough all the way right through. Like how you got up all in that client's face the other day. Now that was a sight to see. But anyway, the blacksmith brought this by for you. Huh? Oh, that. I was planning to go pick that up myself. Special thanks for being such a faithful patron, I said. Never met another prostitute who regulars at the smithy. That's one heck of a hobby. Maybe so, but it's the only hobby I have. Not gonna lie, that's a little scary. What kind of girl collects knives? What kind of girl doesn't like something nice and shiny? There's nothing more to it, right? It's just a collection, not for you to, like, use or anything.
Oh, God. She's gonna try to kill Jacopo, isn't she?
Like I said, they're shiny. And when have I ever drawn a knife on any of you? Never, right? Oh no, not use them on us. The thought never crossed my mind. I know how much you care about us girls. I just mean, you're not planning to do anything, like, dangerous? Oh no, oh hell no. You're way overthinking it. If you say so. Just look like this one was made for a special occasion or something.
Oh my God, she is. That'll be pretty much the... I thought Morgana would be the final nail in the coffin, but no, this will be the final nail in the coffin.
You even had your name engraved on it.
Oh my God!
What's so strange about that? Collectors get their names engraved on shit all the time. I once had an ex-mercenary for a client, and he told me people engrave names and weapons for all sorts of reasons. The name of someone you love to help strengthen your resolve. Your own name is a symbol of your honor. Is this for... How much honor does a dirty old whore like me even have? Like I said, it's just my hobby. I like shiny things, and that's all there is to it. Now hand it over. Promise me you won't do anything dangerous with it. Pinky swear. Thanks.
Oh God. That's what she's going to do.
Sorry, friend. It had been 4 years since the raid in the brothel, and we were still just barely getting back on our feet. It would never be the same as before, though. Not because we had to move locations, but because the slums were shrinking away to almost nothing thanks to the Lord's renovations. Not to mention all the new foreign women who sold their services up in the city's bustling marketplace. Most of our old regulars had taken their business there, and we weren't drawing in much in the way of new blood either. With better options to get their rocks off, only the real oddballs went for the run-down whorehouse in a little back alley in the slums. It was enough to keep us afloat, but we'd hardly last another 6 months. A year if we were real lucky. And while we were down here fighting to make it day by day, our ever-gracious Lord was planning a festival to celebrate the spring harvest. The celebrations would take place in and around the church set up across the river, and with this being the first annual harvest festival, the whole city was in a rather jolly mood. Everyone except us slum rats, of course. The merchants, the upper class, and even most of the regular citizens were in love with the Lord. Public opinion took a huge turn after the new church opened its doors. I presumed it was all part of his grand plan. And me, on the other hand, I was far from pleased. He had abandoned us in the slums. Left all his old friends out to dry because he wanted a little extra gold. And like hell, I was going to stand for that.
Oh God, she is.
Word to the grapevine was that the Lord and his bodyguard spent a lot of time at the new church. A nun everyone called the Saints worked there, handing out some kind of miracle elixir. I assumed it was her that he had business with. But his business didn't matter so much as the fact that he was there. There was no way I was getting through the fortifications around his man on the hill. But the church wouldn't be nearly as well protected. Last night I snuck onto the grounds to survey the area, and there was no sign of any guards or people at all. So it wouldn't likely be difficult for me to slip into the building and hide there until he showed up. Tonight I brought everything. I was going all in. These past 4 years, my feelings for him have been, well, mixed, to put it lightly. I knew damn well he wasn't the same man I grew up with. But a part of me deep down wanted to believe that man was still there. That maybe he had some reason and I just wasn't seeing it. That I was misinterpreting him somehow. But if I was right and the old Jacopo was gone, I would settle it once and for all tonight. Oh. It's quiet in there. Door's locked tight. Figures. Now that out of the way, how do I want to get in? Could break a window. I'd rather not make that much noise, though. Oh. Now who do we have here? He's heading for the mansion. Maybe he's got a key. I was gonna bail if I ran across anyone, but that might not be necessary. How much longer am I gonna have to deal with this? And I can't believe he's holding a festival. He's gotta be out of his mind.
Oh god, that door opening actually scared me.
I'm too tired to worry about this tonight. Don't move.
Huh?
Oh, and no squealing either. One peep and this little baby will carve you a brand new mouth.
Are you a thief?
I don't want your shit. I just want you to answer a couple questions. If you can do that for me, you get to keep your throat in one piece.
What do you want from me? What are you doing here?
The Lord comes by here pretty often, right? I want to have a little chat with him.
Are you out of your mind? I can't let you see the Lord.
Oh, alright. Not a night then.
Wait.
I'm not fucking around. I don't care who you are. If you're gonna cover for him, then say your prayers and curse your bad luck. What's it gonna be, little man?
Don't hurt me, please.
Where's the Lord?
He's not here.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
Slow down. He's not here. He's not here now. But he'll be here at dawn.
Is that so?
I'm not comfortable saying anymore out here. Someone might see us. It'll be safer when we go to my room. We can talk more there.
And how do I know you're not gonna split the second I let go?
I swear. I don't know you either, but you're not here to just talk to the Lord, are you? I'm doing what he says, not because I agree with him. So if anything, I'm on your side.
You're better at sucking dick than most of the prostitutes I know.
Okay. Oh my god, Maria, you would be a joy to hang out with. I mean it. At the very least, we can't have a productive conversation if we're both on edge like this.
You got a decent head on your shoulders for someone who has within seconds of losing it. Alright, you convinced me. Lead the way, little man. But if you so much as breathe suspiciously, your head will roll.
I get it.
On your feet.
glad I ran into someone without a spine. I'd definitely have trouble sleeping after this if I had to kill a complete stranger.
Uh-huh.
Well, well, nice looking room you got for yourself, little man. So the Lord's gonna be here bright and early, you said. But why?
Well,
Daytime I'd understand if he was here to play friendly with all his followers. But no one's gonna be here at the ass crack of dawn.
they're not his followers. The patrons of the church are true believers in the Word of God.
Can't say I'm convinced. Looks more to me like he's built himself a damn cult. Now, my question.
The Lord has important business to attend to in the mornings.
I'm not stupid. I'm asking what his business is.
I can't tell you that. Only that he'll be here early in the morning.
You think I'm just gonna take you at your word?
Oh, I can't tell you why, but I promise he'll be here. It's really, really important, so just wait here till morning.
So I sit on my thumbs, morning rolls around, and whoosh, I'm never seen again. That sound about right?
No!
Then answer my question.
Jeez. God damn it. I say you want to hang out with Maria, but also at the same time, I want to be very careful around her.
What's gonna be doing here so early?
He's coming to check on some valuable assets.
Say again?
I help manage his assets. But not because I want to. He's threatening me.
And what are these assets?
It's...
Spit it out.
I can't. I really can't. Anything but that.
What if I say I'll kill you if you don't?
Go right ahead. Threaten me all you want. That's the one thing I can never tell anyone.
Because they'll make you disappear if you spill.
It's not my safety I care about. It's my sister. He'll kill my sister if I tell anyone. So I can't say anything.
You have a sister?
She's my only family.
I see. So the Lord's blackmailing you to help manage his assets. And as part of that, he's also holding your sister hostage?
Not directly, but essentially, yes.
That sick, rotten fuck. I don't have any family myself, but a few years back, there was this girl who was like a sister to me. And he felt kind of the same way about her, or at least I thought. But now he's fallen so far, he's taken some kid's sister's hostage.
Maybe I'm reading into things, but do you actually know the Lord?
I did.
Like a former mistress or something?
Ah, hell no. We grew up together, believe it or not.
What? So, you used to be a noble?
No, you dingus.
I didn't think so.
You don't seem particularly dignified. Yep, just a dirty old whore here. Sorry to disappoint.
Whoa. I never said that.
Anyway, that's all you need to know about me and the Lord.
Alright.
Now, what about you? You known him for long?
About 6 months, maybe.
So no. But you've been in regular contact with him that whole time. Tell me, what's he like these days? And don't worry, the knife's taking a nap. Just tell me whatever you can. I'm curious.
I don't know much, but alright. The only time I really see the Lord is when we meet up to check in on his assets. We don't chat or anything like that. He always seems to be in a foul mood, and he gives me dirty looks whenever he sees me.
Even though you're working together?
Like I said, I'm not doing it because I want to. I just wound up in this position.
Go on.
I can tell you this, though. He's a monster. He's a cruel, evil, heartless man. No one with a conscience could do the things he doesn't care how much pain he causes, and anyone who doesn't fall in line is eliminated. His reputation is improving because he's got the Saintist vouching for him. But it's all a load of crap. He's a villain and a tyrant.
Sounds just like the previous Lord.
Huh? Previous Lord?
Not from around here, little man?
No. I lived somewhere far away and just sort of ended up here recently.
Well, that explains it. There was a different guy on the throne up until 4 years ago. He was a vicious, barbaric fuck who treated people like his playthings. He would murder slaves by the dozen just for shits. And he did some very bad things to a little girl.
This new lord is exactly the same. People are just another commodity to him. Man or woman or child, he doesn't care as long as they're useful. He'll hurt people. He'll kill them. Anything to get what he wants.
I got that impression. After everything I've seen and heard, say it honestly. You tell me he wasn't as bad as the previous Lord? I've heard enough. He's gone over the edge and there's no bringing him back. I was originally planning to talk to him, but that was never going to work. He's a lost cause.
So, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna make sure he can't shame himself any more than he has. By putting an end to his miserable life. You wanna see the Lord gone too, don't you? Get out of the shitty hole he's thrown you in? Because if you do, then stick your neck out and give me a hand. You know what'll happen if you keep on like this. Once your job's done, once he's done with you, you're gone. You're not stupid enough to think he'd let you live, are you? What'll it be? You gonna go on being his little obedient little bitch? Or are you gonna give him what's coming?
All right. I'll help.
Excellent. Your tailor must be damn skilled to accommodate balls that big.
Honestly, I've been waiting 6 months for this. For someone to show up and give me a way out. Oh.
While waiting for the sun to rise, me and the little man hashed out our plan of attack. The Lord kept a skilled bodyguard around at almost all times, so we wanted to avoid causing any trouble while we were together. They were together. He was only alone for a small window of time. When he arrived at the church each morning, he would first head for his private study, unguarded. That was our chance. Time was limited, which meant we'd make it simple, move quickly. We had the element of surprise on our side, though. I could do this. No. There was no room for even the slightest uncertainty. I would do this. I didn't care about saving the people from an oppressive despot or anything grand and honorable like that. All I wanted was to stop an old friend from falling any further. That was my entire reason for assassinating the Lord of the Land. I wouldn't be a hero if I pulled it off. I'd be an insurgent. But to hell with my reputation. I'd be hunted down and killed for my crimes not long after anyway. Jacobo, as your old friend, I'll join you on your trip to hell. And then at long last, the moment arrived. Exactly as Mel had said, the Lord showed up at the mansion early the next morning with bodyguards in tow. Bodyguard in tow. The Lord disappeared into his study, and the bodyguard headed for the chapel. Once he was out of sight, I glanced over at Mel and nodded.
Who is it?
It's me. There's something I need to talk to you about.
We'll be seeing each other shortly anyway. Whatever it is, you can call me then.
It can't wait. It's important. And I don't want anyone to overhear.
Is it about the assets?
Yeah.
Fine. Come in.
Here goes. I took a deep breath, held it in, it would all be done in a matter of seconds. All our memories together, the time we shared, sent straight down to the grave. Ah! What? So long, Jacopo. I'll see you down in hell. However, not a thing went according to plan. My resolve rendered null in an instant. My confidence shattered like glass. My vengeance brushed aside like nothing. My outstretched knife hit empty air, and without even enough time to blink, my whole world shifted. I wasn't looking at my loathsome target's face, but the flat, unadorned ceiling above me. My body spun, and then something slammed against my back. With barely enough time to even gasp, I crashed into the floor. It all happened faster than the blink of an eye. He had me on the ground, knee pressed into my back. My arm twisted up into the air. I had him. I had the element of surprise. How could he? It's like he knew exactly what was coming. How could he react so quickly?
You look perplexed. Well, unfortunately for you, I've seen my share of assassination attempts. But you I wasn't expecting.
Let me go!
I thought if anyone, you might be different.
The hell are you even going on about?
You weren't even going to try to talk before killing me?
There's nothing to talk about. Not a goddamn thing. I've heard what you've done, what you're doing.
Well, credit where it's due. At least you didn't try to poison me. Either way, there's plenty you could have done better. Second-rate attempt at best.
Yeah.
You rushed, knowing you didn't have much time, but you still could have used that fact that we've known each other most of our lives to get a little closer before pulling the knife. That would have increased your chances a little. Alternatively, you could have tried to distract me with your body, but I doubt you could swallow your pride long enough to do that.
Shut your fucking... Get off me! Are you trying to break my arm? You would break an old friend's arm?
Don't take me for a fool! You just tried to kill me, you conniving harlot! Oh God!
Fucking fuck! You're a completely different man now. No, not even a man. A useless sack of flesh.
Call me whatever you like. I've heard it all and more.
Oh no. Lord. The boy was sneaking about, so I apprehended him.
Running away at the first sign of your grand plan going south? I see you still haven't grown a spine yet, have you, boy? You might have had a better chance if you both came at me together.
Shall I kill him?
Quit your drooling dog. I want you to watch him. Make sure he doesn't try and run again.
And what about the woman? She tried to attack you. Shall I kill her?
Right ahead. Go right the fuck ahead! Kill me like you killed everyone else! Cut off my head, put it on a pike at the town square!
Everyone. You know, you're right. Nearly everyone I can think of died by my hands. Gratian, the rest of the gang, and Jiren too.
Excuse me? I thought Jiren died in the raid of the brothel. But you're saying you killed her?
That's right.
It wasn't becoming the Lord that fucked you up. You were always on the other side. From the day we first met. I should have never trusted you. Fuck! So it was all bullshit, was it? Every last minute of it?
Throw her somewhere I can't see her, dog.
Why not just kill her?
The last thing I need is people making a big fuss about a dead body showing up while we're preparing for the festival. It's not like a damn whore poses any real danger to me. Especially not with her arm bending backwards. We don't need to waste any more time concerned about her.
The fuck? What the fuck, man? You won't even fucking kill me? I came in here with no intention of coming back out. And you don't even have the decency to do that much for me?
Shut your goddamn mouth already! Leave your key here, dog. I'll handle our business alone today.
So I just have to drag the whore out then. What a disappointment.
Don't get any funny ideas. Just because I told you, only told you not to kill her doesn't mean you can sate your thirst with one of her arms or legs. You throw her out and nothing more. Understood?
Clear as crystals, Claude.
Then get out of here.
I hate myself for ever thinking you were a good guy. Enjoy an eternity in hell, asshole.
Oh my god. Now, how do you plan to make up for this mess you so kindly made for me? You know damn well how busy I am right now.
I had no choice. She threatened me.
Yes, you had no choice but to hole up with her until morning, and you had no choice but to lie about having business with me. Don't give me that look. Like I told the dog, I have no interest in creating any bodies during festival prep. So I'll let you off the hook for this one.
What?
And you'll swear you'll never do anything like this again.
Yes, sir. I swear on my life.
Excellent. Next. And with that, the books are settled. The only reason I didn't hit you in the face is because your damn sister would throw a fit. So be sure to thank her when you see her. And remember... Oh god, I did not mean to do that. Fuck! How do I go back to log? Wait. Backlog. And remember, never again. Hand over your key. Now get out of my sight.
Yes, sir. I'm very sorry for everything, sir.
Was it all bullshit, Maria? I'm beginning to wonder myself. Not even a word before coming at me with a knife. Not even a sliver of faith in me. I've been at this long enough, and I still haven't learned my lesson. Naive enough to think that maybe she would be different. That she would understand, no matter what anyone else said about me. Believe me when I said I really was trying to help. That I gave everything else up in the hopes of improving their lives. God, I'm such a fool. How many times do I need to be reminded that no one's on my side anymore? She was right about me. I am just a useless sack of human flesh. I should head up to the tower. What's that? A necklace? Maria must have dropped it in the struggle. Oh.
So, what'd you get her? As your big sister, I'd be happy to check the present out before you give it to her. Make sure you don't make too big an ass out of yourself.
Oh, God.
Today's the day, right? You give her the present, then you finally tell her how you feel?
Oh, God.
When she comes back, give her the necklace and tell her how you feel. And if she turns down, we can all have a good laugh about it.
Oh, no. I was positive it had been taken or broken in the raid. But you've been holding on to it? You've kept it for all these years? I would have figured you'd have thrown it away by now. Disciple of Madness. Necklace in hand, I made my way toward the observation tower. A thought bubbling up from the depths of my mind. It was a wretched, unsightly thing, which only swelled as I drew nearer. Never would have I conceived of such a monstrous notion, of exploiting my old identity, had this trinket not fallen back into my hands. I knew Morgana wasn't of sound mind, but the world she saw was a twisted falsehood. And though I couldn't see what delusions her mind was producing, it was evident that the man I was now and the boy she once knew were two distinct entities in it. So maybe if the old Jagapo were still good in her mind, if she still remembered him fondly, then perhaps I could assume that role, much like I assumed the role of the Lord. The thought sent a chill down my spine. By putting on that mask, I would be disregarding every horrible thing I had done to her, every time I had come up here these past months to draw her blood. In that moment, there was no one in this whole wide world who had fallen so close to hell as I. And in that moment, I could no longer deny the madness that had taken root in my heart, the madness that had given rise to such a fancy. Morgana? Do you know who I am?
The Lord. What do you want with me? Are you here for... I don't have any. There's no blood left for you to take.
That's right. I'm the Lord. I'm the one who's brought you a lifetime of pain. The man who locked you up in this tower, and the man who has struck fear into your young heart 7 years ago.
Yes, you did. I'll never forget.
Now tell me, Morgana, do you know what this is? On your birthday 4 years ago, a young man was going to give you this necklace as a present. Do you remember that young man? Or have you forgotten? Forgotten what a pleasant time that was. I can't say I'm surprised. You were always saying how much you hated staying at that brothel. Those 3 years were no more pleasant than any other time of your life.
I remember him. And I remember those days.
And do you remember them fondly?
Yes.
Well, that's great to hear. You can rest at ease, Morgana, because he's going to be here soon, and he'll...
That was the only time.
What?
That was the only time in my life when I was actually happy. Except for those years. My life's been nothing but pain and misery. But those days, they were warm. Everyone was so kind to me. They showed me love. It was all I had. The only happiness I ever had. No time in my life was better than that. But it was taken from me. I wish it had all just ended there.
Her words were like I'd plunged through thin ice. I could put on the best forged mask in all the world, but I would never again be the man in her memories. I could act exactly like him, but I would never be him. My hands were permanently stained with blood. The sharp smell of death hung around me like a cloud. I was a heartless killer, and anyone could see that. Never would I be able to smile like him, and never would I be able to share his dreams. The fact that I'd even had the idea to pretend to be my old self was proof in it of itself that I was too far gone. I'd reached that point, where the real me was the imposter. He's dead. And so is everyone else. Why do you have that necklace, Lord? Did you kill him? Is that your doing too? So the best thing I could do was let Morgana have her pleasant memories unmolested. I'd ruined enough for her already. She'd said those 3 years were the happiest time of her life. I couldn't tell her the truth now. And there were no possible lies or justifications that would ever allow me to stand by her side again. You did, didn't you? I did. I killed the young man. I killed all of them. I killed and I killed until there wasn't a soul remaining. I knew it. You're the cruelest man in the whole world. The most evil, irredeemable man to ever set foot on God's earth. That I am. I despise you more than anything. I hate you. I love you. I want nothing more than to put a curse on you. I buried my feelings for you so they wouldn't get in the way of my being the Lord. I want to see you dead. But those feelings never entirely went away. I tried to weigh what was more important to me, but I misread the scales. I hate you with all of my being. I lost any right I had to say this years ago, but I want you to know, I truly do love you. I revile you, detest you, loathe you. I loved you. There's not enough hate in all of creation for you. Tell me, what do you see when you look at me? What do you hear when I speak to you? I hate you. 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 You can't see the tears on my cheeks, can you? Your mind, your spirit, are shattered beyond repair, aren't they? You're not actually understanding anything I say, are you? You're not going to be able to remember any of this, are you? I hate you. I hate you, I hate you. I hadn't realized it had gotten so bad. My eyes have been shut for far too long to what was happening to you. To my own feelings, to everything. For so long I've avoided facing the truth. Not only did I fail to protect anything, I destroyed the one thing I cared about most with my own 2 hands. That's all I ever managed to do. I wonder, what was the point of no return exactly? This isn't the world I wanted to show you at all. I, of all people, should have done everything in my power to ensure those good days never ended. But any apology I make would just ring hollow. I hate you, 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 I hate. It seems my being here isn't doing your mental state any further favors. So I'll leave your food here and get out. I hate you. I hate you. I would like to tell you this, though. Even if I'm fairly certain you don't understand what I'm saying. Tomorrow's the first day of the Harvest Festival. And when it comes, I'm going to finally do something I've been considering for a long time. I'm going to set you free. I'm going to put an end to all of this. That ship sailed long ago, I know. You're in no condition to go out into the world anymore. So I'm not just going to release you and forget about you.
My father, to his side, an angel, send me back to heaven.
That's the plan. Yes. We'll go out and find some place to die together. For as long as I've had the throne, a part of me has wanted to say, I'm done. I have no need of this anymore. But every time the thought rose to my mind, it was pushed back down by a refrain of, so you'd let all that work go to waste? Everything you sacrificed to get here? Back and forth the voices would go, day in and day out. And in reality, it wasn't pride or desire to hold on to my power that stopped me from doing this sooner, but the fear that everything I had worked so hard for would be for naught. But now that I saw death looming over her, it was clear that only greater, more crushing despair awaited me. It would break me utterly, and I would end up abusing my people even worse than Barnier had. The best thing I could do for everyone was to end it all here. To step down off the stage. Morgana wanted release from her agony, and death was the only path she would find it down. My sickness was worsening by the day, and death the only thing that could cure me. I chose the Harvest Festival in part because it seemed like a fitting end, but more because with everyone distracted by festivities, they weren't as likely to notice that the Lord had gone missing. As my final act of penance, I would find her somewhere with a gorgeous view to gaze upon as I took her life. Somewhere I could see almost over the horizon. Somewhere the sun shone bright and proud. Somewhere that felt like you could see the world. And carrying the full weight of her enmity on my shoulders, the Lord too would meet his end. Finding some place beautiful for her to depart this life from was all I could do to ease her pain. All I could do to provide her a peaceful repose. All I could do to pay for all I had done. God. This story just does stuff to you. Okay, we know what's going to happen next. So I think I'm gonna have to end it right now. Because I imagine, despite what we know what's getting ready to happen, there's still probably a lot that we still don't know the truth about, so... Well, okay, what the hell am I saying? We know what exactly happens, but we just don't know the entirety. We only got the gist of it. So I imagine the next recording I'm going to have to be very prepared for this. So, if you guys like this, be sure to let me know. Don't worry, there is going to be more, whether it be this week or there's going to be more next week. I can guarantee you that there will be more Fata Morgana next week. Regardless. That's where I'm ending it. So, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next tragedy.